This is KRQE News 13 with Dick Niffing and Diane Anderson.
Groundwater and gasoline.
A definitely toxic mix that is circulating underneath parts of Grants. It is the #1 petroleum contamination site in New Mexico, linked to one of the most famous and celebrated roadways in America. As News 13's Tim Maestas reports in tonight's special assignment, the State Environment Department is spending millions to clean it up.
Badlands Burgers is more than it seems. Just off Old Highway 66 in Grants, near the railroad tracks, is the restaurant that used to be a gas station. Sometimes it's hard to hide.
There's times you can still smell the fumes. If you come early in the morning, gas. One morning we came into work and the fumes were so bad in here we had to close.
According to the State Environment Department, it's a problem that stretches across New Mexico, especially along Route 66.
What happened over the years is a lot of gasoline stations experienced leaks or releases in the environment.
Those old gas stations left behind a toxic legacy. In Grants, the gas leak contamination plume from 3 gas stations stretches almost 1,000 feet, with as much as 50,000 gallons of gasoline soaked into the soil. Now, dozens of well caps mark the landscape where the Environment Department and private contract workers have dug to clean things up.
This is the highest priority site we have.
This is why.
There's 10 feet of it down there.
Pure gasoline sucked up from the ground where it's contaminating the groundwater. The wells are connected to a series of vacuum systems inside buildings like this one. The gas is removed and the groundwater is treated. Gas vapors are burned off.
We have vapor concentrations that are 5, even 10 times higher than explosive levels.
Environment workers call it the triple site because of its connection to 3 gas stations. One is long gone, one is now Badlands Burgers, and one was an old Chevron that's now a Phillips 66. The old gas stations had underground gas tanks built and installed long before modern storage standards and requirements. Removing the contamination is not easy and it's not cheap either. According to the State Environment Department, the total cost of the project over the last 4 years is about $5 million.
We're probably going to be out here, I would say, for 2 or 3 years, maybe more.
State environment officials say one of the biggest concerns is protecting the well systems that provide Grants residents with the water they drink every day. The drinking water system has not been affected so far.
Our concern here is human health. We don't want to have the drinking water wells contaminated at all.
Within the next 6-7 weeks, we should be running 40 remediation wells on this side, and we have another 10 on that side of the street.
Contract worker Bill Brown says about 90% of the contaminants at Badlands Burgers is no longer there. And that, of course, is good news. Anna Lucero says it's been very bad for business.
We had several customers that got up and walked out at first because the smell was so bad.
In Grants, Tim Maestas, KRQE News 13.
The Grants site is one of 950 petroleum contamination sites in New Mexico, many of them along Old Route 66. About 20 that pose the biggest threats to human health are first priority for cleanup.